Hi everybody, it's Amanda. This is video number 2 for my keto channel. A good friend of mine, Nicole, hi Nicole, is asking me about ketogenic and what it means, how to start following it, what are the principles that I use, and some of the foods that I eat. So ketogenic eating, I mentioned in my first video, it was the wrong percentages. The percentages are 75, 20, and 5. So 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. You can play around with the fats and the proteins a little bit. Not too much because too much protein is going to equal excess sugar, but pretty much stick with the 5% carbohydrates and work from there. I don't recommend going under 75% fat just because that's essential. That is what makes this work. Basically, ketogenic eating, again, you know it's high fat, so a lot of things like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, fatty cuts of meat, fatty fish like salmon, things like nuts are good. Although nuts can possess a little more carbohydrates, so you want to be a little careful with how much you consume. Avocados are fantastic. Bacon, who doesn't love bacon? Actually, my daughter doesn't love bacon, so that kind of freaks me out. But anyways, high fat dairy, so full fat dairy is great. I will try to address if you have issues with dairy in another video, but if you don't, this is for you. I have heavy cream in my coffee in the mornings. I use heavy cream to make all kinds of different soups and sauces. I will whip it up and put a little stevia in it, and then I mix it with cottage cheese and some sugar-free Jello. Oh my gosh, so good. Hit that sweet tooth whenever you have it. Eggs are a great choice. I also preface this with everything that you eat, all the oils that you get, everything that you choose to put in your body, get the best that your budget will allow. I try to eat organic as often as possible. It's not always possible, but I do it as often as I can. Try to get a membership to Costco if you can. Costco has amazing deals and lots of grass-fed beef items. I get Kerrygold butter there. Kerrygold butter is Irish butter that's from grass-fed cows, and it's just silky, wonderful. What else do I get there? Full fat sour cream in the economy size. So it's fantastic for our family. I also get organic Kirkland brand extra virgin olive oil there, and I get a huge tub of coconut oil, extra virgin coconut oil there. And I kid you not, I go through it. So these are great sources of fats. Again, the high fat meat, so you got protein going in there. Lots of cruciferous veggies and sulfur veggies like cauliflower. If you haven't tried cauliflower rice, do it. There's lots of cool ways to prepare cauliflower. Just recently, for instance, I steamed some, put it in my food processor with sour cream, cheddar cheese, garlic, butter, and then I made it all kind of like mashed potatoes, honestly. And then I topped it with more cheddar cheese and bacon bits. It was awesome. I also eat a ton of kale and salads, and kale can be bitter. So a great way to eat kale and to eat a lot of it is I cut up bacon. And again, I get the Farmland classic cut uncured nitrate-free bacon. I get it at my local King Soopers here in Broomfield, and it's like $3.99 a pack. It's perfect. It's just slightly down from the rest of the bacon. I don't know why they don't put it together. But anyways, I cut that up. I cut up however many pieces I want, or if I'm going to make a big batch, I'll do the whole package. Cut it all up, put it in my cast iron skillet. Obviously, you don't need any oil because all the fats from the bacon are going to get it anywhere. Crisp that up really well, and then pull the bacon out, but leave all the bacon grease in there, and then I throw a full bag of kale in it, and I let it saute and wilt down a little inside the bacon grease, and then I throw the bacon back in it, a little bit of salt over the top. It's so good. So there's lots of ways. You gotta incorporate lots of veggies into this diet. You don't really eat fruit. That can be a downer for some people, but I found that I don't really miss it. And every once in a while, I might have a few strawberries, a few blueberries, a few raspberries, but I don't really eat fruit all that often. Sometimes, like a Granny Smith apple slice or something with some cheese is really nice, but I really don't have much fruit, but a lot of veggies. In fact, almost with every single meal, I consume vegetables. And you can consume vegetables with a great cheese sauce over the top. Who doesn't love that? So that's fantastic. I like I like also to get uncured salami from Applegate Farms. You can find it at King Supers, you can find it at Target. This is uncured, nitrate-free deli meats that they make, and I like to serve them with cheese, and sometimes I go get Parmesan crisps. So it's cheese that's been basically cooked so that it's hard like a cracker. So you get that crunch, you get that feel like you're getting a cracker, but you're not. And I really enjoy those for snacks. I will make a video for my morning coffee because that's literally like the one thing I look forward to. Besides seeing Jason in the morning, I look forward to my coffee. So that's a great thing to have. Another thing you need to do when you're starting keto is get the temptations out of the house. Remove the things that you know you're going to want to eat because it takes a little bit to switch over to ketosis, which is the process of changing your body over from being a carbohydrate burner to being a fat burner. And it takes a little bit. It's different for everyone, so I can't say how long it's going to take you. From everything that I've read, it can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks to be in ketosis. I don't test myself currently to see if I am. Right now, how I feel, all the signs that I am fat adapted, and my scale are telling me that I am. So those signs are I'm not hungry, I have plenty of energy, lots of mental clarity, I don't have cravings, and I get through all my workouts just fine, plenty of energy. So, so far, so good. And again, I'm still losing weight. That hasn't stalled. The only time it stalled is when I didn't follow everything for a few weeks and I kind of kicked myself out of ketosis. But that was me, and I knew I was doing it. So, but as long as I stick with this and I stick with the principles, it's working. So I can't complain. What else? Oh, drink lots of water. I drink a lot of water. I have a huge Starbucks cup. I keep this with me everywhere. I stole it from my daughter. Thank you, Alicia. And I drink a ton of water a day. It's with me wherever I go. When you switch over to keto eating too, and I mentioned this before, you get a little bit of the keto flu. I didn't have that because I had already switched pretty much away from grains in the typical American diet. So for me, switching over to keto wasn't as difficult as, say, if you have McDonald's 3 times a week and you're eating pizza and pasta and breads and rice, and you switch over to this, you could get the keto flu. And the keto flu is going to make you feel lethargic. You might get a headache. You might feel cranky. You might be irritable. That's sometimes enough to make people want to stop. And I say, don't stop. Get through it. It will go away and you'll feel great. But in the middle of switching over, make sure you get enough salt, because the reason why most people are feeling bad right then is they're lacking certain electrolytes, salt being one of them, magnesium being another, and potassium being one too. So take a magnesium supplement. I take about 400 milligrams a day, and I take a magnesium supplement anyways, just because it's something that sometimes with the ketogenic diet you might not be getting enough of unless you're eating a large amount of fish and shellfish because they have a lot of magnesium in them. Take Have salt. If you like broth, like sometimes a cup of chicken broth tastes good. It's helpful. It's warm when it's cold outside, and that's enough salt to help you get through the keto flu. I didn't need that, but I did it anyways just to make sure that I didn't have it. So I'm trying to think of anything else that would be a good thing to have. I'm gonna do a shopping trip. I'm gonna also show you kind of my pantry. I'll do a day of eating so you can see what I eat on a regular basis and how I'm doing this. So hopefully these have given you some ideas of how to start this, what it means, what it looks like, and I'll be more detailed soon. All right, thanks. Good night.